YouTube, what's good with y'all? Hope y'all doing well. So I've been making a bunch of sampling videos off 2025 and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna do something a little different. So in this video, I'm gonna show y'all how you can take a sample, add a bunch of your own instruments to it and kind of reshape the sample into something a little different and put your own spin on it. So it's gonna be more than just me just taking the sample, changing the pitch, time stretching it. I'm gonna be adding a bunch of instruments to it. We'll go ahead, flip it, add some drums onto it at the end, and that'll be what the whole process pretty much looks like. So I don't think I need to say too much else, so let's just jump right into it. So I've been listening to some soul music recently, and there's one song that really caught my ear. It was the song Backstabbers by the OJs. I'll just go ahead and play the clip right here that caught my ear.
Miss what they do. They smile in your face. All the time they wanna take your place. The backstabbers.
I mean, more or less, it's just that little chorus part right there. So let's go ahead and drop the sample in here. And this little intro part, I don't think I'm gonna keep it. So I'm just gonna start where the first like main kick hits. So right here, they have the little drum fill here, the t-t-t on the fourth hit. That's when the actual like melody starts. And so first thing is we want to figure out what the tempo is. There's a few different ways. I'll just kind of breeze through them real quick because I've talked about them in a decent amount in all my other sampling videos. So we can go to the audio clip, click on the top left and go to detect tempo. Honestly, I have no idea what the tempo is. Let's take their estimate of 81.2 and we'll just set it to whatever it is. We'll turn the metronome on, see if it's accurate. Seems like it's a little slow. We can also go to a website like TuneBet, and so it says it's about 124. That might be a little closer. So we'll just keep that for reference. I'm gonna use the method that I like using the most, which is tapping in the tempo. So go up to the tempo here, right click and hit tap. And then I usually just hit like the M key or the comma key on my keyboard, tap what I think the metronome is. We're getting a tempo of 124, which makes sense. The transients look like they line up here. After about 5 measures, we're still fairly on point. I think it's going to be a little bit off just because these are recorded using live instruments. It's okay if they're just a little bit off. We can go ahead and fix that later. So let's get to the part that I wanted to use, which was I think around the 125 or the 130 mark. I was right
What
here.
they do. They smile in your face. All the time.
Right here, so around 120.
What they do. They smile. What they do. They smile.
Yeah, that first kick right here, I think. Right about there. We'll go ahead and move this to this measure over here, 45. Turn the metronome on, because why not?
All the time they wanna take your place. The backstabbers.
So just this little part here I want to loop. We'll cut out the drums right here. So I also want to use the what they doing, that part.
What they do.
And so just to get that in its own little audio clip, I'm going to extend it out this way.
What they do. They smile.
We'll go ahead and cut it right there. Move that clip over. Move this one over too.
What they.
And we'll just go ahead and cut this out. All right. So for this part right here, time stretching wise, it's only a little bit off. So let's just go ahead, enable the time stretching up here in the top left and just hold Alt, click and drag so we can bypass the grid. We can get these little small ones. And if I didn't hold Alt, it would look something like that. So that's how I do that. So for this part right here, this little chorus part, just gonna go to the top left, click on the audio clip and then hit extract stems from sample. And I want to extract everything except for the drums because we're going to add our own drums to it. And for this part here, all I want is the vocals. So hit extract, just vocals. And we'll go ahead and set all these to stretch. I don't want to do it manually, so I'm just going to go up to tools, macros, switch all audio clips to stretch, and then just hit OK. And we're going to take these 4 clips and copy them into a new arrangement. So select all these using control click or control shift click, and then go up to arrangement. Just hit add one and enter and then control V. So now we got all this here. So let's go ahead and do this little looping thing that I was trying to explain earlier, but didn't do a good job of. So I basically want to have something that's like this.
What they do. They smile in your face. All the time they wanna take your place. The backstabbers. I keep
And then instead of having the I keep part, we'll go back into this.
what they do. They smile in your face all the time. They wanna take your place. The backstabbers. What they do. They smile.
So we'll select the first 3 audio clips, which are these 3. And we'll route them to these mixer tracks here. We'll also take that last vocal, route it to here. What I want to do now is go back and change these all to resample. I'm just going to keep turning up the tempo until I get something I like.
Smile in your face all the time. They wanna take your place. The backstabbers. What they do. They smile in your face all the time. They wanna take your place.
I like
The
1.4.
backstabbers. What they do.
So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to isolate the instruments, and I'm going to switch between stretch and resample, and just adjust this little pitch knob when I'm in stretch till I get pretty close to whatever the pitch is on resample. Plus 400 sounds pretty close, so we'll keep that. And we're going to apply these same settings to all the other audio clips. So I'm going to go to pitch, right click on it and hit C or copy value, and then double click on these, switch it to stretch, right click V on pitch. So stretch, right click V on pitch. Same thing with this one. Boom. So now our sample sounds like this.
All the time they wanna take your place. The backstabbers. What they do.
So for now, I'm going to mute the bass, and we can go ahead and start adding some instruments to this. I think for the time being, I'm going to mute the vocals. We'll just be having the instruments. So the first thing I want to add is a bass piano. I think that'll be a solid foundation melodically, and we can go ahead and just expand upon that. So I'm opening up Keyscape, get my go-to piano preset, especially for bass piano notes, which is the LA Custom Cinematic. Honestly, I don't think it matters that much. I just like this preset. I'm just going to figure out the bass notes on the sample. Lucky guess. I think there's more to it in terms of like bass note switches here, but I think I just want to keep it simple for the time being. That way I don't confuse myself. Next thing I want to add is probably some strings. So there's this one preset in Omnisphere I've been using a lot. It's called the Noir strings, I think. It's these right here. And all I'm gonna do is just copy the bass notes here. We're not gonna keep it that low. I'm just copying them so we can move them up. Move them up 2 octaves. That's cool. It looks like this is in the key of E minor, so I think we'll just build our little intervals around that. Honestly, I think I only want to keep these first 2 the same. So we'll just copy the bass pattern from before. So it's E, D, C. I think we can add some octaves for these lower notes here. So we'll put these up. All right, I think that's pretty good, so I'll just play out the whole finished pattern. Now what I want to do is add more of a subtle layer, like a Rhodes piano. Go back to Keyscape, and I think this is the one I've been using a lot recently, the custom chorus. And I think I'm just gonna build some notes based on what I got here. Let's not make it too complicated. All right, now I think I want to add a couple bass sounds. I'm gonna go to my Ignite multi-kit and get my bass guitar one shot. We'll go ahead, throw the envelope on it. And I think for the most part, it's just gonna be a copy of my piano notes, except we'll add some more stuff to it, you know, these little last two measures here. I also am kind of hearing like another bass sound to it, like a pluck maybe. Something like this. Something a little unique. Turn the velocity up on it so we can hear it. It's a subtle bit, but it adds some texture to it. That's hard. With the sample, with all the instruments and stuff, ooh, that's fire, that's fire. All right, I think I want to add one more bass one shot to this. Maybe not a bass sound, but like either like a string or a piano or brass or something. I think I might have something in my Ignite one shot, so let's see if we got perfect. Just something like this. And same old, we'll put the envelope on it. We'll put this at the beginning. Drop it an octave, actually. Again, kind of a subtle layer, but I don't even think we need the envelope, honestly. We turn that off. Kind of plays in call and response with that little bass sound. Which is what I had in my mind, so I'm glad it worked out. So take all these instrument sounds. I think we're done adding stuff. Let's play it with the rest of the sample now. That's fire. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead, route these to mixer tracks. We can go ahead and mix it. Then we can arrange it and we turn it into something like this. You know what I want to do is add like a crash and a drum fill. So let me do that real quick. I'm gonna go to my resonance kit, grab the good old faithful riser crash, drum kit, effects. Here we go, riser crash. And then we'll go get that drum fill from the new Solus kit. It's under FX. Go to drum fill right here. Let's see
what they do.
I think I only want this bit right here. Go ahead and mute the little vocal. This is what the original sample sounds like. And this is what we turned that little sample into. So let's go ahead and arrange this real quick. We'll throw some drums on it and we'll call it a video after all that. All right, so now we got our loop set. Change the tempo to 154. Change this to stretch, and let's go ahead and just throw some drums on it. I think for the most part, I'm gonna just grab some drum sounds from the Solus kit. So we'll go start with our 808. I think I'll just go with the loop spins here. Grab ourselves a little kick, hi-hat. I like that open hat. Get that little snare, and let's get something like a perk, some sort of FX. Get that triangle. We've already got a lot going on in the sample, so let's try to keep the drums a little simple. So, all right, first thing, take our snare, put that on the third beat of every measure. Something like this. Hi-hats, just 2 steps. Put the open hat, something like this. Do that for the triangle. We'll throw on the kick. Super simple, man. Kind of crazy. Turn the loop points on and a little envelope so that 808 just lasts forever. I think we're just gonna copy that same bass pattern. So just go E, D, and C, or 1, 7, 6 if you're looking at it from the minor scale perspective. I think we'll just keep it like this. Go ahead and add some hi-hat rolls. Go 1/3 step, pull a paintbrush. Route all these to a mixer track. We'll EQ out the sample a little bit. Put all the effects back on. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. So like I said, we sampled the original song, but we put our own spin on it. We're able to kind of flip the melody into something that's more unique, that's got a little more character to it. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it and we're able to take something away from it. And I think that's gonna wrap it up for me in this video. So I'll see you on the next one.